fucked around and looked good today. Hello, it is Pick. What is this, left over from the Yak? All right. Those Yak boys, man. It is Pick Central, Barstool's daily gambling show. I am Brandon Walker. And Pick Central brought to you today by the good people at Fireball Whiskey. Fireball, the number one shot in America. You can free your fire with an ice-cold shot of Fireball. You've been out at a party before. You've been out at somebody's house drinking. You've been out enjoying yourself. You know how to take that to the next level? You know how to make it a memory you'll never forget? Fireball. Right there, Big Ev's holding the Fireball party bucket. You just buy, you add ice, and you party. It's got 20 of their little 50-milliliter shots, and it's the number one shot in America. It is a delicious, delicious drink. With the end of the year approaching, things can get overwhelming fast, whether it's work stress, visiting family for Thanksgiving, or the realization that your team, the New York Giants, is not making the playoffs. I'm just saying that out loud. This is part of the ad.
They make the playoffs.
Well, you can't really come back at me, so I'm doing an ad right now.
I just did.
No, it's an ad.
Fireball.
Sometimes you just need an excuse to let loose, have some fun, and spark a little bit of mischief back into your life. Fireball Whiskey is there to help you say F it and free your fire. Fireball Whiskey. Drink some. That's how I'm going to do my ads from now on after that. Fireball. Drink some, goddammit. Is that it? You think that'd work?
Yeah, it worked. You do look good.
Thank you very much. And as do you. Thank you for being here.
I'm not sure about this angle, but we look good. You look like the Wolfman has just entered the 1% and doesn't know quite what to do with this money yet.
Kind of like the unfrozen caveman lawyer on Saturday Night Live. Yeah. I don't know. You're fancying modern things I'm not sure about. Okay, that actually, yeah, I'm the Wolfman who's modernizing and adjusting
Exactly.
to the government gave me a lot of money for my wolf land, and I'm here. Hey, Big F.
And just take it over.
Pardon?
How are things?
Things are good. Good to be back. On the road for a long time. I feel like it feels like we did those Maction shows 2 years ago.
It really does. You got a big week coming up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ohio State, Michigan this Saturday. I assume you'll be streaming it with Dave somewhere. I don't know.
In Hoboken on Saturday.
Hoboken on Saturday.
Saturday, that is when the game is. Noon sharp, we'll be there.
All right. Well, it's rivalry week for all of us. Well, for all of us that have a college football team that we profess love to.
Some of us, it actually just matters, though.
Hey, Susquehanna Riverhawks on to face Mount Union.
No. He was.
I was referring to.
Shut up. He was taking a shot at me.
I was.
Why was that necessary?
You just took a shot at the Giants.
Fair play. All right. I didn't know our shots were crossing sports and crossing lines.
The Dolphins are good, so I had to get one in where I can.
Dolphins are good. The Dolphins are good. I did go ahead and rank my top 10 NFL
Crossing
teams.
sports. Ben Mintz says one thing you call Ole Miss the Confederate capital of the world.
I'm sorry. Do we not say true things here anymore?
I guess we can. True how you see it.
Not how I see it. They're named the Rebels. Ole Miss is literally a word for the slave master's wife. They had Confederate flags up until last year. I didn't do these things. They did. This ain't me.
But you're crossing sports and reality, facts and facts.
Facts and facts. Facts on facts on facts.
To be honest, it was about 2 seconds ago that I realized they're the colors of the Confederate flag as well.
I don't know what y'all want me to tell you.
I didn't want to. It popped in my head.
What was that? The Ole Miss is the name for what?
Slave master's wife. The plantation owner's wife.
I had no idea about that.
That's all the Ole Miss. Yeah. Hey. This is not me reporting these
we
things.
We didn't do this.
I didn't do this. I ain't done this shit to anybody.
We didn't choose these names.
Anyway, doesn't matter. I'll be battling with him later this week, and I think he'll be back tomorrow, so we can have that battle then. I'm not gonna.
Hey, Ben Mintz had a rough weekend. Played in a free poker tournament, ended 7th out of the money.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Listen. I go back and forth with him. I fight with him. I argue with him. But him with his sad ass video on Saturday night and then ending it by saying I'm going to Popeyes, it hit me deep. It hit me hard. I'm like, yeah, okay.
The diet's off.
I guess we're all the same after all. I guess we all bleed the same blood because that's exactly that'll make him feel better. And kudos to him. But we can dig at him for his team being they're trash.
Yeah, they were fool's gold.
Yeah, they always were. And then Lane Kiffin will be at Auburn next week. It's going to be a good couple of weeks. And this game.
You had some good tweets, Brent. I'll give you. You had some good tweets.
I did have a good week.
You had some good college football tweets. You had the Ole Miss one. You had the Austin P in Tennessee one was very good.
Yeah, that one went big.
No, that was clever. That was clever.
Yeah. And we're gonna get to Tennessee and college football if we have time. But let's start like we always do on Monday in the NFL. I guess the game I picked to start with, I don't know which game you guys would say was the marquee game. Sunday Night Football was good. The Cowboys potentially exposing the Vikings as frauds is probably the biggest story of the weekend. Now, I know what your face just told me there. Like, it doesn't matter if you lose by 1 or by 40. It really doesn't matter.
Well, I think the Vikings had their issues coming into this game. And we sniffed out this game from the beginning of the week.
Yeah.
Like, not even close. Cowboys coming off a tough loss in Green Bay. Vikings coming off a big win in Buffalo. Like, the Vikings were going to get stomped. Absolutely stomped. And they did.
Just absolutely mudhole stomp, though.
Yeah.
Like never had a chance. The Cowboys look like a Super Bowl contender for 60 minutes. The Vikings look like somebody who's at the bottom of the division. And the NFL is just so weird, man. It's just so weird. One weekend you are flying high, you're the talk of the town. Next weekend you're frauds.
Well, I think what's troubling with them is their 2 losses. They've been like just gotten their break speed off them.
Yeah.
Like the Eagles just absolutely annihilated them.
And
Cowboys do the same.
in the Bills game, like,
they played them.
yes,
tough.
they won the Bills game.
They won
the Bills game, but the Bills kind of gave it to them multiple times. Multiple.
No.
But they at least still play. They played tough. They drive down the
course.
field and win. Like they
I
put.
think they kind of gave it to him. I think they outright gave it to him. I mean, that's
Yeah, well, Jefferson still had to make that 4 count.
But and regardless, it was a battle. It was a battle in Buffalo. It wasn't like
Exactly.
You at home you lose 40-3, and I mean whatever the score was, Philly just annihilated them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Viking, and to me the story was more about the Cowboys. Like if the Cowboys, the more Pollard plays, and I know Zeke was pretty good too. The more they embrace Pollard being kind of almost their utility guy out of the backfield and throwing the ball to him and stuff. Like he's so good and he opens up so much. Like Zeke is a running back and does running back things. Pollard does so much.
He's just explosive. I mean Zeke he just had a lot of carries like that burst, that like breakaway speed.
Yeah,
he doesn't quite have that like he used to a few years ago, but Pollard has it in abundance.
In abundance, and they're really good. I got them as a top 5. I got my top 10 NFL teams. I got them as a top 5 team today. But after like 4, it's all
their pass rush is crazy too.
I mean,
that's what scares me playing them. I mean, he's a freak.
He's unbelievable. He's just unbelievable.
When he got drafted, I think he went 12th.
It was because he sat out the year before.
Yeah.
If he doesn't sit out,
if he doesn't sit out,
he goes top like 4 or 5.
He was talked about as like a potential number 1 pick coming out of his.
Yes, for sure.
And then I think he went 12th.
11th.
11th? Sure.
That's what
Fields
I said.
didn't go 11th?
That's what I said.
Smith went 10th.
Smith went 10th, but Fields didn't go 11th?
Oh, no, Fields did go 11th. Maybe he did go.
No, I'm telling you how it went.
9th?
No, it went Smith,
because
Fields,
Devontae
Parsons. All that shit happened around them, and the Cowboys just sat there and like a center fielder and just caught Parsons. He got through all the mess. And, Zah, you looking that up for me?
Yeah, he went 12th. You're right, I think.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Interesting that you guys tried to fight me on that, and I was right. Isn't that crazy? I was right. Brandon Walker was right.
A little quick side note before you get going. Who do you have in this game again? I'm keeping an eye on it for you.
I have Senegal.
Senegal. All right, cool. They're looking good.
Okay, well, they haven't scored yet.
Second half, haven't scored. Still 0-0.
They haven't scored yet. That's all I care about is goals. It's 0-0, yes. I have – so, in the Yak contest, to avoid going to your country of choice, it's really about 3 people that are going to be in danger. It's going to be me, probably Roan, probably Kate. Now, some bullshit happened today because I had Ecuador go yesterday. They won 2-0. And I'm like, okay, well, 2 ain't bad. Iran, one of Roan's team, got their doors beat off but scored 2 late goals. So it's a wash. It's an absolute wash there.
So nothing to do with wins, just pure goal
Just goal score. That's all that matters. And Senegal wins this game 1-0. Doesn't help me much. Doesn't help me much. So, but I would like a goal from Senegal. And I
think it's coming.
What do you mean you think it's coming?
I've got an eye on them, Brandon. I'm watching them right now.
I hate when
it's
soccer.
Coming.
No, I hate when you soccer fans do this. Oh, we're looking good. We're playing well. What's the score? Nothing. Well, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter until you score.
You're down your greatest player of all time.
No.
What are you doing?
Okay, corner. I thought there was a penalty for the
Again,
Dutch.
I don't care if they lose, Za. I only need them to score. In fact, maybe them giving up a goal will
wake him up.
We'll wake him up.
Let's go. Goals for Senegal. I want him to win, too.
You want Rome to go to Iran, I hope.
Yeah, I feel like, wait, who else has the stickiest? He has the stickiest one?
It's me, him, and he's got Iran. I've got Morocco.
I would love to see you leave the country. You're the one I want to see lose.
Why?
Is like Iran the most dangerous place in the world to go right now?
Yeah, but Brandon, I feel like he won't do well east of the Brooklyn Bridge.
I don't know. That's to say that I would do well at the Brooklyn Bridge. I don't know that I would do well there. I would do no. If I went to like Europe, I'd be fine.
Yeah, you sent him to Germany. Fit right in.
I'd be. Morocco's my country, though. I'm going to Morocco, and I've looked at Morocco. It looks delightful.
Very beautiful place. I'll die to go there.
I might draft you to go with me.
You want to switch?
No, I'll draft you to go with me.
Go to Qatar instead.
You were going anyway.
Yeah, I need a trip.
So I've got Ecuador, Senegal, and Morocco. Those are my three teams, and then all I got to do is get goals. And Senegal's not a bad team, but I don't think they're like a goal-scoring team. They're a defensive team, and that stinks.
But if they can advance, they get more chances.
And their group kind of stinks. I have Ecuador and Senegal are in the same group, so one of them's probably getting through because Qatar's in the group too. So that'll help.
That bribery story, man, really screwed me. I was all in on Qatar.
Why?
This is the bribery story, the claim that Qatar paid, it's like, 7 Ecuadorian players?
You're not alone,
$1 million
Smitty.
each to throw the game, 1-0?
I was balls deep in Qatar. Yesterday.
God damn it. I didn't know Qatar was paying money.
Well, it obviously didn't
here
work.
For that. Glad I wasn't here for that. I would not have lived through that. Now, because they got Senegal next. Whatever. I got to get off the World Cup. You let me know if they score a goal. That would be exciting radio. Waiting for somebody to tell you a soccer goal was scored.
Soccer unders.
Right.
I got 2 today, baby.
The Eagles, coming off their Monday night loss, look like shit.
But what did they do, Brandon Walker?
They won the game.
They won the game. What team, specifically, what head coach went into Indianapolis this year and lost to the Colts?
No. The Chiefs are on top of the league.
Andy Reid.
That's fair play.
Exactly. And
Chiefs
they lost
are the
to
best
Colts
team in the league.
when the Colts were bad before they picked up Jeff Saturday. Objectively, a very, very good, worthy head coach. Look, the Eagles didn't look great. There's problems. Play calling is a huge issue all of a sudden. I have no idea why. Dallas Goedert can't be that fundamental to this team's offense. They had a point on the the 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter. Ran down to the 2-minute warning. It's 4th and 2 at the 10-yard line. They come out of the 2-minute warning in victory formation, tried to get the Colts to jump off sides. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything. Thank God they scored and didn't waste the time out. But Jesus Christ.
I didn't see that. I was watching at that time. I must have looked away at some point, or maybe red zone went away from. I don't know.
There is no explanation for it. The closest comparison is Kyle Schwarber-Button with 2 strikes.
I think I went to the bathroom when there was 4th and 2, and they called the timeout, and I was like, all right, when I get back. And then I came back, and it was already 1st and goal.
Defense, the run defense specifically, still an issue. But look, they won. Jalen Hurts is a baller through and through, and the Cowboys actually helped them out. Now, they're 2 games above the Vikings. They're, I think, 3 games above the Cowboys. Look, the Eagles are going to probably drop 2 more games, but they're looking good for the bye.
Jalen Hurts
really
MVP.
Well, I mean, Mahomes really just
Mahomes grabbed that thing by the fucking throat last night.
Yeah. But, I mean, Hurts put everybody on a sack yesterday in the fourth quarter.
We still got 6 or 7 games, so
you do, and it's not easy. The Packers are Sunday night. They're all of a sudden they've woken up a little bit. Then you got the Titans, both the games at home.
Titans are good.
Yeah, they're not gimmies. And then the last 3 games are Giants, Cowboys, Christmas Eve, and Giants. Look, it's not going to be easy, but if you want and deserve the number 1 overall seed in the NFC and think you're a Super Bowl contender, it's yours. You got to go and get it.
I have updated MVP odds if you would like to hear them.
I would like to hear the updated MVP odds.
Mahomes is now minus 200. Tua is plus 500. Josh Allen 700, and Jalen Hurts 700.
What's Tua?
He just said 500.
500. Sorry.
I think I'd still bet Tua today. I think Tua's got a chance to win the damn thing. And Mahomes, that AFC. Listen, the Chiefs were this close to losing last night. They didn't.
Oh yeah.
And they look like they're going to get the number 1 seed. But if they slip up at all, there's a fucking army of teams sitting there trying to get that thing. Like the Bills have 3 losses. The Dolphins, the Ravens. Like there's a bunch of teams out there that can steal that fucking 1 seed if the Chiefs come off it a little bit.
Ravens are so frustrating.
Ravens are weird.
So frustrating.
They're
They
so-
should have won that game 30-3.
They're so bad and good at the same. When they know they got the advantage, they're just a bad team.
I can't explain it.
I'd take a shot at Joe Burrow, and I'd say 25-1.
25
Sling
to
'em.
1.
I'd take a shot stab. I think there's worse bets out
Can
there.
you, Ebo? I meant to look this up before. Can you get me? What was that? Was that? Zah has something to say.
That was my bad. That was me.
Oh, that was you.
That was a typo.
Oh, what the fuck is in your mouth?
Some Korean barbecue chicken.
Okay, all right.
Worth it. There are very few things you could have said there that would have been worth it. Korean barbecue chicken.
Right. It's like,
Right, I got this
That is worth it.
Got this one spot, boneless wings for like $7. It's called BB.Q chicken.
Yeah.
It's a chain. Phenomenal.
Delicious.
what's it called? Bonchon or something? Their wings are
Better than Bonchon.
then they're really fucking good
They're
because
so
those
spicy.
they're
They're
so
like
good.
mild is dangerously spicy.
Ebo, can you look up the Heisman odds for me right now? Because I'd like to zero in on what that Heisman. Because we had several Heisman contenders just stop dead in their tracks this week. Now Hendon Hooker got hurt, but even when he lost, that was probably going to kill his campaign anyway. Corum, I don't know. So Caleb Williams could steal this thing.
I think at this point it's a 2-horse race.
I think Caleb Williams could steal this thing
Got
coming
Caleb
out
Williams preseason. I forget.
of. Me?
No.
You?
Yeah.
Who did I have? I had Will Anderson. That didn't happen. Yeah, it is it's a 2-horse race with a third horse kind of on the outside. If Blake Corum goes in there and just runs wild against Ohio State, wow, look at that.
Hooker's just straight off the board, huh?
That's crazy that he's just straight
Is
off the
Stenson
board like
Bennett
that.
also straight? Like, is he now like?
He's done.
He's not going to win the
He's-
Heisman.
He's not. He's just not that good. Like it's cute that they're undefeated, but 16 points against Kentucky. I mean, he's just not that good. Yeah, the rest would just be, hey, Big Cat, how are you? They did advisors today. He's walking through in his advisors.
sure did.
What? Why is he covered in something?
He looks. He looks like a.
Have you ever seen our
Colombian drug lord.
Thanksgiving episode of Advisors?
I see.
You've been here. You've been here long.
yeah. None of the
This
things.
is just Thanksgiving.
I didn't put together that.
Did you see? Spider was in a hazmat suit.
Yeah.
That's true.
Just in preparation. He's been around long enough. He knows.
Hannah doesn't look as good.
Stu come out of here looking like the peanut butter baby after that episode.
I think she looks better.
It was Joey. It wasn't actually him.
Exactly.
Well, I wanted to tell people out there thinking.
Tommy looks like he just got splooged on.
Tommy does look like he's covered in cum.
Let's go fucking elephant ejaculated on him.
The used cum rag.
Yeah, I'd like to see. Are we waiting for Stu? We're waiting for Stu's appearance down the hall.
Stu would be too messy.
Stu probably went right to the shower or something.
Yeah, no,
Stu probably-
Stu's.
yeah. They might be hosing Stu off, and that's got nothing to do with the food. All right, in the NFL, the Bears and Fields are in a weird spot. Fields, Dave tweeted it yesterday, and I thought it was exactly right. Fields is like good and taking a big step forward, and he has no weapons. But he's also gotten to the point where he's had a chance to win games in the last 2 minutes in the last 3 or 4 weeks and just never does it.
I don't think that's a weird
I
spot.
think that's an indictment of him at all. or-
But I think when you're like the team, listen, like you could say a little bit, but like when you said like the pass blocking offensive line isn't great, the receivers aren't great. Like I think I'll put it like this. So Jones is the same way. I think Fields' ceiling is much higher than Daniel Jones. I think we all can agree on that.
Yeah.
This year you've seen he put a little bit together, a little better coaching around him. Like he's had a bunch of comeback wins. I think you'll see that happen as time goes on.
And look, if
The talent's there. Like I think you have that. I think he's got the right like head on his shoulders. I think the winning will come. Like
Yeah.
you're seeing the.
I think it's absolutely a perfect scenario for him because he is the reason why they're in the games late.
Agreed.
Be able to win. And if they were a playoff team right now, if this was this time next year, maybe a little more talented, and they're expecting to make the playoffs, and he's not coming through, okay. But he's the reason why they're there at that point.
I think Fields growing into this exciting young player, especially a lot more than he was last year, this exciting young dynamic weapon. And we know that they're going to have the most salary cap in the league coming in the offseason. We know they're going to go get him weapons. I think him becoming this exciting weapon is
Can you imagine him with Tyreek Hill?
one of the better
Somebody
storylines.
like just a number one.
I think what it's going to be is more next year. The pressure is going to be on big time.
Oh yeah.
Because we've seen how
Depends
talented
on
he
who it is, though. I mean, they got to go get the guys.
Oh no, for sure. But I think they will at least get somebody. They'll draft guys.
But even having another year under the belt, just third year, like, okay, you're expected to win these games.
And it'll be the thing, say they go get somebody, it'll be like, all right, you have a full season of Chase Claypool the offseason. You have whoever they spend money on at receiver, whoever. You've got a couple decent running backs. Like maybe they go improve the offensive line some more. Then it's going to be like, all right, like, no excuses are done now.
Still
like,
a first-year head coach.
Win games. Yep. We got to go win games.
I think the biggest issue with Justin Fields, which we're going to see, is like a very Russell Wilson, Carson Wentz issue, is that he just holds the ball too long. And it's like, can he fix that? And I don't know. Have we seen quarterbacks that hold the ball too long really fix that over their career? No, it's like usually like a skill. So if he makes that jump, he's going to be like a great quarterback.
I saw this last night. If the playoffs started today, would the entire AFC East be in the playoffs?
I believe that is correct.
I think so, yes.
The Jets. I think the Jets fell.
No, I think when the Chargers lost, they put the Jets in.
Okay, yeah. Then.
Yeah, so the AFC East, but that's all to talk about. The Patriots in a 3-3 ugly-ass game get a punt return.
People are talking about Zach Wilson. I was red zone in the Patriots game, so I didn't see
I
all
was
of
too,
it.
yeah.
Holy shit, the fucking conservative play calling by Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
It was late third quarter, early fourth quarter. They have a 3rd and 7 from midfield, maybe on the Jets side a little bit. They run the ball. Okay, you run the ball 5 yards.
Yeah.
You run the ball to assume that you're going for it on 4th down. Fucking punts it. Just the conservative shit under Mac Jones. They don't trust him. They're not going to be able to win.
Well, I can see why they don't trust him. He stinks.
He does. Well, then what is he doing out there?
But I mean, they don't have it like.
Zeppy.
Listen. I love the Bailey Zappi story.
Happy?
I've been on him for I always loved him in Western Kentucky. All that.
He's not any good either.
He's not that great. It was fun to root for him. Like he came in that who the fuck were they playing? He came in and throw the big touchdown pass. Yeah. They're like, the Bears. He comes in and gets the Bears.
Well, look, when you're play calling like that, like you're never going to win regardless.
But I think what that shows you is, I think he knows Mac Jones is not the guy. But I also think he knew he's playing a team on the other side. His quarterback is probably even worse. And saying, hey, I think he was more saying, hey, I trust them to make a mistake before us.
I don't know, man. Zach Wilson, and then he gets in trouble with the fans with what he says at the end.
I couldn't believe he said that.
I don't really. I don't know that I have that big of a problem with it. What's the huge deal with it?
I just think take some accountability.
He was asked though directly, "Do you think you let the defense down?"
You don't think you did?
I think.
I don't. Just me. I'd be like, if I played like shit.
His mentality might be is
if I played like shit, and the rest of my team. Not saying every other person.
But if you're a leader,
your defense is out there playing their balls.
If you're a leader, you don't just say no. You know that's going to cause controversy, especially when you play the way you did.
You say, listen, like the defense played their balls off. I went out there, I gave it everything I could. It didn't work.
Yeah, look,
something like that would even be more sufficient than just. No, we didn't let them down.
Dan Orlovsky broke down a little bit of film from Zach Wilson, basically called him out for not knowing the playbook because a couple of the throws he had.
He was missing he was missing bubble screens by 5 yards. Like he was atrocious.
When you're a quarterback and somebody's calling you out for not knowing the playbook, I mean that seems like the most rudimentary skill you better have down. If you don't have that skill down,
even Kurt Warner was just like, dude, like you never made mistakes like this, and Orlovsky backed it up. He's just like, not to this amount, this consistently during a single game.
Man, I saw there were 2 games in like the early window was a couple of exciting games, and then you just had these 2 3-3 games in the fourth quarter. The Ravens ended up scoring and winning 13-3, but a walk-off punt return is about as exciting as it gets, though.
Yeah, it was wild. Honestly, the games I said overall just weren't great.
No, and going in it didn't look like a great slate, but the Thanksgiving looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving looks really good. It's got Cowboys, Giants, Lions, Bills, and then
I think it's Patriots, Vikings.
Is it Patriots, Vikings?
I think so.
Okay. I thought it was Packers, Vikings.
Honestly, the only reason I realized that because I think Stephen Shea had a funny tweet. He was like riveting Kirk Cousins, Mac Jones primetime matchup.
That funny Stephen Shea.
You going to enjoy the Thanksgiving games after your turkey breakfast?
This guy eats before the Lions game. It's crazy.
I have my plate while the Lions are in the first kickoff. Yeah, I too. I have plate. Sure do. I have no problem with that.
It's good breakfast.
It's not breakfast. It's lunch, and then you have dinner later. It's awesome. You get a nap during the day. It's a fantastic day. The Bills looked like they were going to be sluggish again, and then they just pulled it out. They beat the Browns 31-3, the Chiefs 30, the Chargers 27. And this when a guy's special, I think this is the definition of a guy being special in the NFL at quarterback. When they're trailing and they get the ball back with 2 minutes, and you have no doubts they're going to score. You have no concerns. You just look at the clock like, all right, well, how much time are the Chargers going to have left to try to get a field goal? Because Patrick Mahomes gets the ball with 2 minutes left, trailing by 4, and there was never any concerns, any doubts. He goes right down the field, hits Kelsey with the big one, scores a touchdown. And like we said, we checked in on the odds earlier, but he might have grabbed the MVP, or at least the substantial lead for the MVP going forward last night.
Mahomes, Josh Allen when it's not overtime, and maybe Aaron Rodgers. That's who you can count on. Maybe. Outside of this year, definitely.
Well, I think Brady used to be in that category.
Yeah.
I don't know that Brady's in that category anymore, but in fact, I know he's not in that category anymore.
Everyone else, it's kind of a crapshoot.
Rodgers is weird. I don't know if Rodgers deserves to still be in that group, but I think if I'm playing the Packers and I'm up 24-20 and he gets the ball with a minute left, I'm pretty sure he's going to score.
I still think he is going to win that Giants game. Like 6 weeks later, I still think.
I thought he was too.
Yeah. Just keep live betting them.
We have the now. Here's my top 10 NFL teams. Are y'all ready? And then we'll do the not that bads. Are y'all ready for mine? And I want to see y'all's reaction. I want to discuss off of this. Here we go. I think the Chiefs are the best team in football right now. Anybody have any problems with that?
No.
This is not that. I don't want that up yet.
Chiefs aren't that bad.
I like the way that graphic just kind of politely left. Yeah, it's like, oh, sorry, my bad.
You asked nice.
for it to
You
leave.
asked nice. Yeah, you asked
Like
nicely.
you walked in and someone's sitting on the shitter. You're like, oh.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I think the Chiefs are the best team in football. Is there any disagreement?
No.
And number 2, even though they've shown a little vulnerability lately, I would put the Buffalo Bills because I do think they're still very, very good, even though it hasn't been a dream recently. Number 3, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. And I struggle with this one. I thought about putting another team there, but ultimately I got the Eagles. At number 4, and then after 4, it's where the mess starts. I think the Miami Dolphins are worthy of a number 4 spot. They have not lost a game that Tua has played the entire game.
I think you can put the Cowboys at 5 and then have the mess. I think the Cowboys have earned.
Okay, well, the Cowboys are at 5.
Yeah.
So the Cowboys are at 5.
I'm even at the point where I think the way things are trending, I'm almost like leapfrogging the Dolphins over the Bills.
Yeah.
At least right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as
The Bills just look. I mean, they just don't look like. I think they're a likable fan base. Like everything about them is likable. Josh Allen's a likable guy. They're a team that you want. Like if your team's not going to win it, you're like, I want the Bills to win.
But they've shown that they can do it, and they're supposed to be blowing teams out.
Exactly.
But they just aren't.
I know, and that's
They're
right.
not doing
There's
it.
something there.
They
That's
also
not
went to
totally
Kansas City
right.
and won.
Yeah.
They did.
Like
Did.
the top end talent, the top end potential's there. It's just and again they got in the fourth quarter with the Dolphins and couldn't score. They got in the fourth quarter with the Vikings, or they got in overtime and couldn't go score.
I'd like to know what the actual issue with them not maximizing their potential. Like, is it McDermott? Is it Allen? Like, is it a combination of everything?
I think it might just be the razor thin margins in the NFL.
It could be Ken
You're living
Dorsey.
on a razor blade at all times.
It could be Ken Dorsey coming in with razor blades, starting to cut everybody.
I mean, we just came in like just crowning them Super Bowl champions before the season started. I think all these things kind of play into it where I think we always wanted them to be better than they were probably. Because some of the things I said too, where you just want them to be good, you're rooting for them. Like it's like Buffalo deserves this.
But they proved it though. They proved it in Kansas City. They've proven it.
Yeah, and then they
You have to prove it for
they shit down their leg.
season. Yeah,
All right,
The fact that was a push yesterday also really.
I have the all
7.5 was
So
disgusting.
here's 6, 7.
I can't believe they didn't go for 2.
I can't believe it either.
I wanted
thought
to puke when they didn't go for 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I was on the plane. The lady next to me thought I was crazy.
Here's 6,
I was having
7,
a
8,
fit
9,
in the
and
fucking
10.
seat.
6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And these teams could change dramatically every week as far as I'm concerned. 6, I got the Ravens, and I don't like it. But they are 7 and 3.
It's fine.
It's fine, right? It's fine.
I'd probably put them there too.
7, I have the Vikings. Because even though they got beat yesterday to sleep, they won at Buffalo last week.
Yeah.
Number 8, this team is just going to be there in January, and we're going to be watching Derrick Henry, and they're just going to be there. The Titans are going to be around. They're always around. Number 9, I have the Patriots, and I don't like that either.
I got at least one above the
me
Patriots.
as well.
And I have the Niners at 10.
Yes,
I would switch the Niners and Patriots.
I'll put it in when it comes to the playoffs. Give me the Titans and the Niners over the Ravens, and who is the other team you said?
Patriots.
Them two, but what in the
the Ravens, Vikings, Titans, Patriots.
give me Titans, 49ers over Ravens, Viking come playoff time. I'll take them both in January.
Yeah, I feel that. I got it. I just
I don't hate you putting them there now, but I'm saying when it comes to like
it's no guarantee the Niners get to playoff time. Like they're what are they 5-5 or something like that?
Or
5-4
maybe 5-4 I think, something like that.
So
I'm just such a. I mean, I've been beating their drum for 2. I'm a huge believer.
Now the winning teams I skipped there. I did not put the Bengals in there. I did not put the Seahawks in there. I did not put the Jets in there. I did not put the Giants in there.
Yeah, I think Bengals probably deserve to be there over the Patriots.
Bengals would be the one out of those that I'd want there.
And all right,
Other than that, it's fair.
Because I think when Chase comes back, they're gonna be there to make.
They'll
a
be
run.
clicking like they were last year.
Glennie sang with Nickelback.
Unreal. What a video.
Oh, by the way, if you're watching this right now and you're a lawyer in the state of New Jersey, no big deal. I need a lawyer in the state of New Jersey. Please hit my DMs. Need it pretty quickly.
What's going on?
Nothing.
We going to war with Whataburger?
It's not a divorce lawyer. I'll just use the one in Mississippi for that. No, I just need a lawyer in Mississippi. But anyway, did y'all see my death threat this weekend?
Oh, that
Yeah.
Further, yeah.
Yeah, he it was a Tennessee fan who told me to hang myself, and then I said, "You thought Tennessee was back," and then he told me he's going to find my address and come kill me. So,
Are you sure that's a lawyer issue and not a police issue?
I did not say this was the issue at hand.
Okay.
Those might be 2 separate issues. Yeah. So there that was.
See, these guys, I like toying with them. I'll be like, "Come do it, pussy.
So
Come kill me, motherfucker. Like you're not gonna do shit."
Well,
When you have kids in the equation,
I
you
hear
can't
you.
really say that.
I guess my always thought process on things like that, I'm like, guys who do things like that don't say it in Twitter DMs. They just go do it.
So
he'd be at your house already if he was going to do it.
I put that out there and just to shame him off Twitter, and now he's off. But there's another guy that works in content at Barstool that texted me yesterday. And I'm not going to say who it is. He texted me the guy's name, the guy's mom's name, where the guy went to high school, where the guy goes to college, and pictures of the guy. So
I think I know who it is.
I know exactly who.
I'm pretty sure I know who sent you those messages because he's got a guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's who you think.
Maybe not.
Okay.
'Cause I know a guy who has a guy
that does all these things.
who has a guy who can look these things up of like Twitter trolls. And then and the funny thing is when you drop their address on them,
Yeah.
just to fuck with them, you don't even give a fuck where they live. But it's very funny. They just evaporate.
All right, not that bads. Not that bads. Before I get to not that bads, hello, Martin. Good. Did you know there's a safe and effective solution to boost memory, cognitive function, and energy levels? Not great that I couldn't say cognitive function. Did you know there's a safe and effective solution to boost memory, cognitive function, and energy levels available right now? It's called Newtopia. Newtopia was created to help high achievers like Big Ev and Smitty and Marty Mush break through barriers and achieve more faster than they thought humanly possible, which I think all 3 have probably achieved more than they thought humanly possible.
Yeah.
Newtopia offers a variety of nootropic stacks, and taking the right formulas at the right times help you focus intensely, block out distractions, reduce stress and anxiety, enhance your creativity, and a whole lot more. You'll be amazed at how quickly they work. You'll feel the mental effects within 15 to 20 minutes. Now, here's what's really cool about Newtopia. Every stack was formulated by a man who's the most advanced brain chemist and nootropics formulator alive today. And second, every formula is customized for you based on your strengths, weaknesses, and goals, so you get exactly what you need. They come with a full 1 year guarantee, so there's zero risk for you to try them yourself. I promise you, Newtopia's formulas are a game changer. Here comes the best part: Newtopia and its sister company, Bioptimizers. Bioptimizers. Just Bioptimizers are having an incredible Black Friday special from November 21st, which is today, to the November 28th. You can get all their best in-class products for 25% off. They only offer this discount once a year, so don't miss out. Go to Newtopia.com/picks, enter code PICKS for 25% off your order. Again, enter code PICKS at Newtopia.com/picks. Get 25% off your order. Hello, Martin.
How we doing? Sorry, I was doing an interview.
Are you concerned, and I came up with this original thought myself, are you concerned that if Michigan keeps playing like ass, that they're going to pull Hunter Dickinson off the podcast?
No, because, one, they lost one game.
Well, they went to overtime with Ohio yesterday.
Win's a win. Got to survive in advance. But I think it's actually good to hear from the guy whose team is in disarray.
Okay.
Because we talked about it last night. He also did say they were going to win by 20 points, and they lost by 25.
That didn't answer the question, though. Yes, it's good to hear from somebody their team is in disarray. Do you think Michigan will allow him to continue to do the podcast if they won't?
I think they have to let him. I don't think it's their choice. I think that they can suggest stop, but I feel like that one would have been a time to really rip him. I thought it was done when they lost by 25. I said we have no podcast anymore.
For the record, this was my thought, and they stole it.
No,
we're a team here, Big F.
I was gonna say, hey, are you worried about someone from the athletic department tapping the shoulder, be like, hey, less podcast, more basketball?
Yeah, I mean the thing is though, it's like,
or do you think he's gonna adapt? Like, do you think he's gonna be less trigger happy to be like, we're gonna win by 20?
If you watch the last podcast, he's very easy to
You get him fired up easy, just like
peer pressure. I had him saying they're going to win by double digits next game.
He's very easy to manipulate.
Oh my God, it's easier than me. So like,
he's competitive.
He's the best, guy. But he's also, it's like he's dropping 25. He's
Well, I said the drop dick celebration with the
drop dick celebration, unbelievable.
Tell him to do that.
Very funny.
No, that's his like big dick energy.
Very funny.
That's his thing. But yeah, no, it's listen to the episode again with Gino Auriemma because Hunter's says a lot of funny shit.
Does look like he has a big dick too.
He definitely
7'2".
What?
I'm just talking about like around.
Proportion-wise.
And he's whapping threes. He only does that when he hits threes.
You cut his dick off and put it on you? Whew.
I fall over.
You got a pogo stick.
Yeah, give it to Zaza walking
Talk
stick.
about NFL.
No, we didn't talk about NFL on Monday. 37 minutes in the show.
I'm jacked up.
All right, hold on.
I'm fucking jacked up.
Za, is it still 0-0?
Senegal they literally fluffed a chance that they should have put in.
God damn
just
it.
as you asked.
God damn it, Za.
What?
I need a goal from Senegal.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not great.
Sound good.
You can have a mush minute to say your thoughts about the NFL. Who do you want to talk about?
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
All right. My minute to start on everyone. The Vikings, that was the easiest call of all time. Cowboys blow them out. Vikings are frauds. That's at home. The Bills haven't looked great, so that win, whatever. Justin Fields, great running quarterback. He's electric on the field. He has lost a team on 3-game winning drives in the past 3 games. That's something to look at. Giants, they're all hurt. They might be fucked. And then the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL, and the Dolphins 1 and 2. The rest fall off. And then the last thing, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes. What's he do with a minute? He scores a touchdown. Justin Herbert throws an interception. Not elite. If you have a better quarterback, you win that game, and you can't blame it on injuries because Mike Williams got hurt. Sure, you have Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler. You could go fuck yourselves.
Did you watch some of the throws Herbert made last night?
No, this is what people do, though. They do. Oh, he has elite throws. He's a good quarterback.
That's what they do. They bring in reality.
Listen, they have. I'd never say he's a bad quarterback, but he's not in the realm of Patrick Mahomes.
He's better than Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously. But I'm saying like the people, what we give him is way too much for when he makes these bad decisions at the end. It's like Patrick Mahomes, when he had a minute left. First of all, the Chiefs were plus 155. That was crazy. It's the easiest thing I've ever done. But Mahomes, he's going to get it done. Herbert doesn't.
All right, let me read Ebo's NFL headlines and topics. Vikings lose 40-3 at home to the Cowboys. Yes, that's true. Commanders improved to 4-1 with Taylor Heineke this season. That's interesting. Rams now 3-7.
Commanders are kind of sneaky going to be Their defense is swarming.
Good,
right
yeah, and
they're swarming, and they won their last 4 games.
Well, they're 4-1 with Heineke, so 4 of the last 5. And again, I think they're better.
They're 1-4 with Wentz during those 5.
Rams now 3-7 after dropping road game to the Saints. Is this the worst Super Bowl hangover ever? Maybe not the worst. I think this is pretty common. But Zah, you just made a flourish.
No, that was for Ebo.
God damn it, Zah, quit flourishing.
No, so when Ebo moves, I have to turn the mic on.
I understand, but you did it when you went like.
No, trust me. When Senegal scores, you will know. I'll be like through the roof.
All right.
Super Bowl champion hangovers aren't really a thing. Super Bowl losing
hangovers.
I think I've said it before. I think they lost a ton of pieces that we just didn't really didn't fully process accounting for.
Yeah, but they're not the fucking 97 Marlins or
they're also old.
Marlins losing everybody.
They're old, but I'm saying when you lose like your left tackle, your best pass rusher, your not your best weapon, but you're an elite weapon, you could say an Odell. Those are 3 massive building block pieces of your team that are gone. Now Cup's out. That's a huge issue for
Who did we think was going to be Odell this year? Allen Robinson?
Yes, and
that didn't work.
He's just not he's not Odell.
Do we think that Sean McVay kind of, checked out this year a little bit? It's like, I got my Super Bowl. I'm not going to, be forced to remember every single instance of every single play in my mind.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, I just look at how he handled the running back situation. It just seems like careless.
I just think it's just the team's just clearly just not as good. Like I don't think you can just point to him and just be like, oh, he's like checked out.
I'll bet on the Falcons yesterday.
I did.
No.
I did last minute.
You did? That Cordero Patterson touchdown return was
that flipped the game on its head.
I needed air. It was
the game on its head.
My favorite thing that happened all weekend. Well, Ole Miss getting.
I was in an airport bar in Atlanta watching it.
I have a question for you about Cordero Patterson. Yes. It's on the sheets a little lower down, but we're on it now. So, is he a Hall of Famer?
He broke the kickoff return record yesterday.
Darryl Green's in the Hall of Fame.
Not return, kickoff return.
Darryl Green played corner for 50
also
years.
an All-Pro cornerback. Yeah.
Devin Hester is Devin Hester in the Hall of Fame?
Devin Hester's not. Then Cordero Patterson can't be.
Devin Hester, I don't think is eligible yet.
Is Billy White?
Hester almost certainly is eligible.
Is he eligible? He's been 5 years.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll have to look it up.
Billy White Shoes Johnson's in the Hall of Fame, if you know who that is.
Well, of course, but he was a receiver as well. He was in the league.
Yeah, but he was mostly just a kick returner.
Is Mel Gray in the Hall of Fame?
Brian Mitchell would be another one.
Is Mel Gray in the Hall of Fame? Because he was the guy. Dante Hall also.
I'll do my
Dante Hall for 1 season.
Mel Gray.
Dante Hall was pretty. Today. Mel Gray was a wonderful.
I forgot to do my Mel Gray.
Mel Gray is not in the Hall of Fame.
Research.
He played in like the 80s. You heard the name Mel Gray, and you think
Mel Gray's
he was in the 40s.
So Devin Hester's last game was with the Seahawks in 2016.
So yeah, he just
became eligible. Yeah. All right, and the NFL likes to drag guys like 3 or 4 years past when they should drag them. No, I don't think Cordell Patterson.
If Brian Mitchell was in the Hall of Fame, then I don't think Devin Hester gets in the Hall of Fame, and then
I don't think Hester.
Devin Hester was better than Brian Mitchell at returning.
I don't know. Brian Mitchell was out there for a while. Yeah,
Brian Hester is the record. He's the record for return touchdowns.
Well, no, he doesn't, because Cordell Patterson has it now.
No,
kickoff.
That was just kickoff.
Yeah. Patterson has it kick and punt return. Or no, Hester has
combined both, like everything.
Every top college football playoff team struggled this weekend. Which one is a concern? Georgia only won 16-6. Ohio State trailed at the half in Maryland. Michigan needed a miracle to beat Illinois. You know what?
I don't think we trailed at the half.
You didn't? I thought you did. You were trailing right there at the half, right? It was close.
I'm pretty sure we weren't trailing at half. Michigan wasn't either, were they?
Regardless.
Whatever, we struggled.
You were in a war.
We won, we struggled.
TCU should be number 2.
No.
Who?
TCU.
I mean, they struggled too.
They struggled too.
They struggled too.
I understand. I get it, guys.
Relax.
Slow it down.
Well, what's TCU?
I still think Ohio State's one of the best teams. I'm just saying. I think that TCU has better wins than Ohio State.
I don't think that.
No.
Well, what's their better wins?
The Big 12 is not good.
But the Big 10's not good.
Agreed on both. But
I think Penn State's good, and Notre Dame has shown themselves to be pretty good.
I think the Penn State win outweighs anything TCU has done.
And Notre Dame now is like 13. Like I think Notre Dame has become a good football team.
So why don't you think the Big 12 is good? I feel like they are way.
I think it's a bunch of average teams, and TCU just happens to be outlasting them. I I don't think who's the second best team in the Big 12.
The Big 12 doesn't
State?
have any like
Oklahoma.
signature teams, but every team is about 15.
I think they're all about the same.
But
They're all
team,
just like okay.
But what's the difference between the 15th ranked team in the country and like the 35th ranked team in the country? It's like maybe
Probably-
2 points on a
probably
neutral
not
field.
much, not
yeah,
much.
like those are all impressive wins. It's like a holistic schedule. They have an impressive.
I
resume.
think TCU belongs in the top 4. I don't think they belong number 2 right now. I think I would put Ohio State and Michigan both above them.
If you put them on a neutral field versus any of the top 5 teams, they're going to be like a 2-touchdown dog. But I think they have the best resume.
Who's 4 right now?
I don't think in a power rating setting
I think they have a
that
better
they
resume.
chance.
They don't have a better resume than Georgia.
I think it's closer than you think.
Georgia
I
has
don't think they have a better resume than Ohio State.
Georgia has a better a 46-point win over Oregon. Georgia has they beat Tennessee to sleep I mean Georgia has the best resume out of them and TCU.
So by strength of schedule, if we go by strength of schedule,
some of these TCU wins haven't aged well, like Kansas, Oklahoma. What's their marquee win?
I don't think they have a marquee win. I think the point is that the Big 12 is very solid, and they're all about 15 through 40, and those are hard games to win.
I think the Big 12 is deeper than the Big 10. I think the Big 10
That's
is
very true, but we might
Big
find
10,
out in bowl
Michigan-
season that none of them are any good. Like they're all just fucking same, and they're all like I think they're all like a solid team, but there's nobody in there that you can put your flag on.
Big 10, Michigan, Ohio State is a one-game season. It just is. Like
No. I don't. I
State is.
I think Penn State's good too.
Yeah, but they're not a top 10 team. I don't think. I
They
think
are.
They're, I'm saying I know they are.
Reality,
actually,
you're
but I'm saying, I think they're.
Who at Penn State? You're saying?
Yeah.
Like I think Penn State, if they played some of those Big 10, Big 12 teams, they'd smash them. I really believe that. Like we can disagree. I think
Oh
Penn
yeah,
State.
I think it's.
I think Penn State, if they go play like the the Oklahomas,
Kansas
like
State.
Kansas State, I think they bury them.
Do you think that there's a who do you think's your winner right now? I don't think there's any clear.
Well, I don't think. I think Georgia has to be the choice if you're picking a clear winner. But they can look bad too. Like
That's what
they
I'm saying.
weren't
No
good
one's,
against Kentucky.
that dominant.
I think it's wide open. I think it's going to come down to Kentucky to Georgia, Ohio State. I think that's the only two teams. I think Ohio State's probably the only team that can beat Georgia because Michigan's going to try to line up and bully them, and you can't. They're not going to be able to do that. And then TCU, I just don't see that.
So whoever loses this weekend's out.
No, I think they could get
I
in.
think they could get in.
Could get in. I would say they're out, but
I think USC.
it would just need a.
USC just made it tough.
USC is.
But USC has.
Yeah, but
we got 2 games left.
But USC could lose, and TCU could also lose for sure.
USC coming into this weekend didn't have any wins, and then they beat UCLA by 3. Well, they're still going to have to beat Oregon. They're still going to have to beat Notre Dame.
Because also with TCU, I think Kelly tweeted, I think she's dead right. TCU is going to play Kansas State neutral and be like a pick'em game.
I think they'll be dogs.
You think they'll be dogs?
I think they'll be
I
dogs.
would say at most less than a field goal favorite at most.
And
They should. I mean, if Martinez and Howard both don't go down, they lose. They lose that game.
Can't knock a strategy of hurting quarterbacks.
No, it's the best strategy I've ever heard.
I feel
the best strategy I've ever heard.
it's fantastic. I don't and I feel because I don't everyone's been on me just hating on TCU, and I think a lot of people medians have been hating on TCU. They're good. It's just that I think they're a very good team. I just don't think they're a top 4 team.
All right, Big Ev, I want to get your take on my take from this weekend. We saw 2 unranked teams let top 5 teams off the mat on Saturday within 10 minutes of each other. Baylor had TCU dead. Got the ball back, needed 1 first down. TCU, their only weapon was 3 timeouts, and Baylor just they ran it, and then they called a pass, but the quarterback was obviously told to just run it. And then the same thing happened. Illinois got the ball back up a little bit. They need 1 first down to win it, and just conservative. When will college coaches go out and win the fucking game? When will they say, you know what, I'm not going to be a pussy. I'm not just going to make them use their timeouts. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to run scared. If I get 1 first down, if I do one thing creative, if I call 1 play action pass on first down or second down, I'm going to win the fucking game. When will that happen?
I don't know. I think for Illinois it's even worse that they didn't do it because, and for me it's nothing to do with Michigan. I would have been annoyed if Michigan had lost. Dead serious. When you're a 17, 18 point favorite, and you're all of a sudden you have a first down to win the game.
Yeah,
you gotta take a chance.
You gotta go get it.
When you're that big of an underdog, and you're in a position to win the game, you have the ball in your hands to win the game. You can't play to not lose. You got to play to try to win.
If on first,
if you fuck up and you lose, you give them an extra 30 seconds to go with the next series.
If on first
Whatever.
down, Tommy DeVito faked to Chase Brown and rolled out, he would have been by himself, and would have had every option in the world.
But Baylor, I still think the sentiment's still the same, even though the spread was much smaller. Sentiment's still the same.
Brandon Walker, Parlay Plus.
I like Kittle over his receiving yards.
Mine was touchdown. I want to add.
Kittle?
Yeah.
Isn't Mexico City where points go to fly?
Go to fly or die. You're saying go up.
Yeah.
It's a low total.
But it is Colt McCoy.
You can go the over?
Are we building the parlay right now? I couldn't hear.
We are.
Suggested it, yeah. I like the 10.5 points. I think Colt McCoy keeps games close.
Okay. You want that? Let's do it quickly. We've been thinking too much, and we've been getting in our heads. Do we want to do Kittle touchdown or Kittle over yards, Big F? You know what? Do Kittle touchdown. Do Cardinals plus 10.5. What you?
I don't know. I
just
said
said
I
it.
like it. I don't know if I like it for the Parlay Plus. I'm taking them for my card.
McCaffrey over 15.5 attempts.
Kittle TD, McCaffrey over 15.5 attempts, and
Like if we're going Niners.
Or what if you want to take or you want to take Cardinals and maybe make it like 17 or something like that?
Yeah, if
Or
we're gonna
or make it 14.5. I don't
I
know.
don't hate that. I don't
okay,
hate
Cardinals plus 14.5,
take it,
Yeah.
and the field goals. There. Let's roll with that.
Man, could we hit?
I mean, the field goals.
You don't like it?
I mean, right there. If he makes it,
The
Do it right there. Right there. That's it.
Wait a
but
second.
make it 14.5 instead.
The altitude in Mexico City is higher than Denver.
yeah,
So-
16. We can't hit a 33. We know that. Let's try 16.
So far we have field goals over 3.5, McCaffrey
All right.
over 15.5 rushing
Take
attempts.
field goals off.
And I'll be honest, I don't know what's up with Jimmy and Kittle, but their connection has not been good this year.
That's why it's going to happen tonight.
Okay.
They had to go to Mexico.
Yeah. Yep.
That's where you bond.
We
Everybody
went to
knows
the
that.
Warriors
Smitty.
game together. the other
Montezuma's
night.
revenge.
Guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
That's enough.
There's your parlay.
Like, that's not that hard.
But 14.5 instead of 10.5. Move the line.
Mush, Big Ev, do you know who Montezuma was?
I've heard it before.
Yeah, I've heard that.
All right, you worry about. You let me know
close
what
enough.
that is when you get done with it.
Close enough.
If we take it to 14.5, we get plus 11.50.
Done.
Yeah, that's great.
Done. Wrap it up.
Okay.
All right. Sometimes, though, in life, you have to say F it and free your fire. And for the Fireball F it pick of the day, we turn to Big Ev.
Epic pick of the day. We just talked about it. Marty just said they went to the game with Jimmy G. Kittle today plus 180. Gets in the end zone tonight. George Kittle, known Stooley. We're in from the ground floor at Iowa. He was a 5th-round pick. One of the best tight ends in the league. He gets paid her today. George Kittle touchdown plus 180.
185. George Kittle, anytime touchdown. All right, let's go around the we'll have one more show tomorrow, and then that'll be it for the week as we take our Thanksgiving break that we
Brandon
deserve.
Walker has to have Thanksgiving lunch on Wednesday.
Tell you what, I'll meet you here Wednesday. We'll do a show, me and you. Me and you, right here.
You want to do it?
Yeah, you better be here.
You hate your family that much?
You hate yours?
No, I love my family.
You haven't been there on a Wednesday in fucking 6 months. All right. Where are we at? Yeah, do picks. Marty Mush, you go. Jesus Christ, Marty.
Yeah, take Toledo off that because it's just they're gonna lose outright. Northern Iowa plus 7, Creighton minus 4.5. Arkansas is playing Louisville. Louisville hasn't won yet. Boston College plus 2.5. Tarleton's the best team in college basketball. Take them. Duke, Texas, Ohio State, and Cardinals.
What
Well, let me
state
ask you
is
about-
Tarleton in?
I want to say Texas, but I have no
I
idea.
think that's what I would say as well.
Okay.
You're going minus 23.5 over Bellarmine. Like, Bellarmine's pretty good.
Duke is.
Bellarmine doesn't dribble.
I'm just saying.
They don't dribble.
Kyle Filipowski is legit.
All right, Big F.
See, I was on this Toledo. The over maybe could have some.
That doesn't
life.
count, that one.
I have Northern Iowa plus that start as well. Texas Tech plus 4. I'm gonna be playing Ohio State plus 5 later, and I'll be on the I'll be Kittle anytime touchdown and the Cardinals plus 10. I'll be playing.
I mean, eventually you guys will realize that I'm telling the truth, and you will get on this bet. And I'm 4-0 this year because we played 4 games. Mississippi State Marquette under 140.5. Under 140.5. Yeah, it's Mississippi State under.
I like it.
It's 4-0 this year. I like Bucks minus 9 in the association and Thunder minus 2.5 against the Knicks, I believe. Smitty.
Netherlands going to score a late goal in extra time, win 1-0. Cardinals plus 10.5. Cavs bounce back, -3. And this USA Wales, this was a lock quote pick from a caller on Friday, under first half, as well as under game, 2.5.
Brandon, I have a quick question before we go. Tyson Tate, someone sent me a clip of saying that Hunter Dickinson's a fraud, like in basketball.
Yeah.
Do I have every right to say, like, come on the podcast and say it to his face? I don't, and even if I don't care the rest of the clip what he said.
Sure.
All right.
I think you're right. So from the clip,
I don't care. Like, if
I think from his tone, I think it was in a like.
Again,
he's an Ohio State guy, like a tongue-in-cheek Michigan. He's a fraud. I don't think he like me. I don't think he like has any true disdain for Dickinson.
No, and I don't care.
I don't fault you, like being like, hey,
my host I gotta
like come call my guy fraud to his face.
But I want him to come on. So
I'm sure he'll probably do it.
I don't know. He won't answer.
Oh, well, you want to?
A little sad.
Well, we'll see. I'll text him.
You should do that to everybody who called Jeff Nadeau a fraud.
Well, that would be here for hours and days.
Jeff Nadeau. He was out stealing broads this weekend.
You made 4 episodes
of the of Round Ball.
Yeah,
that's 3 more than I thought. All right, I think you can start the music now. There we go. The Yak is up next. I'll be missing for a while. I've got to go film the dozen.
We getting the Bosco tomorrow?
I don't know. Don't care. Probably
should
not.
be.
It should be what?
We should be getting a Bosco tomorrow.
Okay. Yay for us.
I haven't seen Rico. I feel like I haven't seen Rico in years.
Well, he hasn't come in.
Well, maybe I was in here last week. That's
if you want to see him, don't come
I
here.
haven't seen him in a while.
All right.